There's never been an issue of us not filling out the time here.
A lot of Yankee, yeah.
Don't go back.
We can. It's funny, we went from 4 or 5 of us around the table to just you and me, and we're
there was more lulls when there was 5 of us there, yeah.
Well, I was waiting for a chance to talk.
Right. I'm Jay Schriner.
I am Pastor Johnny Leckie. And this is the Compass Conversation, speaking of, podcast. Welcome. Hey, thanks for being here.
We will follow you, King Jesus.
I'll edit it right here. Okay. Well, hey, welcome to the podcast. We've lost our minds. It's been a busy week or so. I don't even remember what we did last week. Yesterday. But let's just start things off by seeing how everybody's doing. Although I feel like I'm seeing you almost every day, Jake.
Yeah.
So I kind of know how you're doing. But how you doing, Jake?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah, I'm good. No, I'm very relaxed still. Yeah, the last 2 weeks have been awesome. Harper's now back in school officially in first grade.
Oh, yeah.
Over at Cimarron Elementary. She seems to like her teacher. She's got one of her friends from last year in her class.
That's great.
She's making some new friends. She's, of course, Harper is Harper. She's great. She's awesome. So I guess her teacher said when we did like the meet the teacher night before we brought her back that she had heard a few good things about Harper before. And there was another teacher that was a kindergarten teacher, right? Yeah. Well, I guess there was another first grade teacher that was a kindergarten teacher last year that knew who Harper was. Harper didn't have her as a teacher, but she was also a kindergarten teacher when Harper was in kindergarten. And she requested Harper to be in her class this year.
Oh, nice.
Didn't get the request, but yeah. Makes you feel proud. Like, all right,
proud.
People like
first
child.
grade.
Yeah.
First grade.
Well, people like her.
Let her keep going.
Yeah.
She's off to a good start.
Absolutely. So yeah, that's going really well. She's excited to have homework. Which I think that novelty will wear off pretty quickly. Absolutely, but yeah.
That's homework.
I'm excited, not first grade level homework, but I'm excited down the road for her to get into higher level science and mathematics stuff and like STEM type stuff. But yeah, because I'll be interested. It's directly at my alley, right down the middle. But I'll be interested to see how they're teaching it in 15 years versus, or in 12 years versus.
Well, the mathematics change.
They have in the last 15.
Well, at least how you figure them, right? I figured it this way. I figure them that way now.
It'll just be fun. It'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited to help her if she needs it. If not, she'll be capable of all on her own anyway.
So. She'll take after her dad there. Well, that's great. That's pretty fun.
Yeah,
that's a fun time. I remember those early days, and then the back to school nights and all that stuff's coming up.
Yeah, all the fundraisers are starting, getting all these emails
Nothing fun about that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hate that stuff.
Yeah, so that's going. It's going
keeping busy.
I'm staying busy. I'm running a lot. I updated my resume. Did that,
right.
And I'm actually ahead of schedule for doing kind of what I'm doing the past few days.
Hey,
looking around. I told myself I was going to give myself the month of August. And I'm like 2 weeks in. All right,
well, we kind of called that a month or two ago.
Absolutely, but I'm enjoying.
That's probably what's going to happen.
I'm still enjoying just looking at different gigs and side hustles that someone with my experience in engineering background is could do, and there's actually a fair amount of stuff out there. So it's kind of it's encouraging. Like, what if I had just 2 or 3 different side hustles and did that instead? Like, I know it's a long shot, but people do that kind of thing too. So
that's maybe what I'm doing here soon.
Yeah, we better hope this podcast really pans out for us, Johnny.
Oh no! You'd like to sponsor today's podcast? You may.
That's great stuff. How are you doing, Johnny?
Well, speaking of, right, and I'm doing this because of just grody today. It's been a weird day, but. Yeah, so I was watching last time's podcast, and you said school.
Right away, like
And I was
first
like,
word.
S word, don't say, right, I haven't started yet. Well, what's happened since then, for those who are watching, and I can't go into really any details, but my job at the school, not for anything I've done or not done. In fact, there's much sadness and people asking, where?
Right, yeah, they're bummed you're not there yet.
But it has something, all I'll say, and I can't because this is a public thing, that there are some, there's no way I can say this. I mean, it's
Cool.
not, let me put it this way, it's not the school, and it's not the principal.
And it's not
There's
you.
nobody at the staff at the school. It's sort of, the line is, there's something to do with some, the registration numbers at our school, but here's the thing about that, and this happens every single year. We were like short, like 3 students or something.
Oh, so-
which told them that it was not enough to have not just my position, but there was another position as well. And so instead they put me on hold.
Gotcha.
No other industry in the world is this Mickey Mouse. Let me just put it that way. I'd like to have that job. I have to be careful what I'm saying.
Listen, Johnny, we
But
saw that
honestly-
podcast you
but
did.
honestly, it's the most Mickey Mouse thing. It's like, well, do I? Anyway, so I didn't have a job. I got there, was there one day, and then it was like, we'll call you back in a few weeks. Originally, they were saying like October, after the October count.
Whoa.
But here's the thing, this is what I was going to say. Especially at Arkansas Elementary School, every year this happens this way. You have a certain number of students enrolled.
Mm-hmm.
The very first day, 5 more get enrolled.
Yeah.
And then almost every single day for the next 2 weeks, there are students enrolled. Leona's 5th grade class has added a student almost every day for
Right.
the past week.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they're thinking. This is not how you do it. But anyhow, I appreciate everybody at Arkansas Elementary School so much, I mean, because they've been really doing their best.
Right, they're trying to help you out.
Because they want me there. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a need.
Absolutely.
Nothing worse than like, he's not here. I didn't even notice.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing's changed.
Right.
Was he here? So I've been kind of off. So the way I've seen this is, financially it isn't helpful, but it is sort of a gift of time. And boy, have I discovered in the past week how far behind I've been riding, this co-vocational, essentially what it's called, way of doing ministry. It's the tent maker, Paul,
Right.
kind of thing. And I have, I have a full-time job at the school.
Right.
And they're like 7:15 till 3:30 almost.
Yeah.
3:15. That's 8 hours a day, pretty much. 5 days a week.
It's full time. Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm also doing what, before I was doing that kind of thing, was a full-time job called pastoring a church.
Right.
So,
Absolutely. Yeah.
anyway, so you have to, when you're church planning and doing that sort of thing, you really have to manage that time so well.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what's happened with me giving this little bit of time away, it's just shined a light on how I thought I was doing okay, but
Right.
I'm still behind. So
You start looking under under
whoa.
things and looking in the corners,
Yep,
going, "Oh no, I got all this around
going
me."
through files, I'm going through like stuff on my Compass to-do list, and oh my goodness. So that's been good. So it's been a bit of a gift, honestly.
Mhm.
If it stretches on too long, it'll be a little weird, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I might be doing what you're doing. I did it for a while. I was doing all kinds of stuff like video editing, and
Yeah.
that sort of thing.
We'll see what
well.
see what comes down.
Anyhow, so that's the news on that. I may or may not be working at the school. Or they may call me tomorrow.
It's a bit of a Schrodinger's box for Johnny's job right now.
Now, I want to say one little thing about this, one more thing, and that is it's not like I was given any notice.
Right.
I just showed up.
Right.
But anyway, so anyhow.
So no major scandals gonna come out or anything.
Absolutely not. In fact, the very opposite of that. In fact, we are able again, and you'll be the first to know this, Jake. Compass Church is once again this year providing the donation of kindergarten snacks.
Hey,
So here we are again.
cool. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So
We've done that. We did it last year too.
did that
Right?
last year, and it really made a difference. In fact, and again, speaking of Mickey Mouse, Why that wasn't already a thing, that's a different story, but it was a need. It's the first time in a long time. We've always tried to say, how can we bless the school? How can we help them? And they reached out to me again. Is there any way that you can help us with this again? It's like, thank you to Compass. Thanks, Compass Church.
So cool.
That's what made them put it on the marquee last year. Thank you, Compass Church. It was.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I remember that. Yeah.
But it's great.
So
it's
cool.
not like a marketing thing for us. I mean,
No.
if nobody knew about that, we'd still do it because we just want to be a blessing to
Right.
them. And it's a real need. It's one of those that when I am there, I firsthand see that as a real need. So it's great to be able to just meet that, and they're very thankful. Also, and I've been joking around about this a little bit too, because I know that the principal feels kind of bad, and she's not watching this, but if she was, I love you so much.
Hi, Lori.
I kid around, but I'm trying to get as much guilt equity as I can. Go ahead and make some big asks. You know, she's probably going to say sure because she feels bad about this situation. Oh, I'm not doing that. But
You totally could leverage.
But I keep thinking about it. What could I ask? Anyway, yes, no scandal. At least for on our side.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, stay tuned for the ongoing side.
Yeah.
What makes me feel kind of good though is I know there've been a ton, not only of teachers and other staff. They didn't exactly announce to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I just suddenly wasn't there. And that looks shady. I'm gonna get back and say, hey, no, everything's good.
Right. Yeah, because then you don't know what people just assume about that. Right.
Yeah. So anyway, and then kids, tons of kids asking,
Where's Mr. Leckie?
Yep.
Mr. Johnny. What do they call you, Johnny? Mr. Johnny? Or
Mr. Leckie.
Mr. Leckie. Okay.
I changed that after I stopped working with the autistic kids.
Okay.
So it was with the general ed kids, everybody. I thought, I'm gonna go ahead and change this now because once you start something, that's what you stick with.
Mm-hmm.
And I also was changing the way I look. I used to dress, with the autistic kids. I had to be able to run.
More dynamic.
The t-shirts and whatever, and it was fine. They were like, yes, no, you need to go run and catch that kid.
Right.
So
comfortable shoes.
Yeah, exactly. I remember even asking the first day, I was like, so what is it I need to wear as a teacher situation? Because there are certain rules for the teachers and what they're supposed to wear. And she was like, I don't care. As long as you can run, you're going to be on the floor, you're going to be running, catching somebody.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm But when I changed from that role into a different one, I started cleaning up my act a little bit, dressing a little bit more professional. So I thought, I'm going to go to Mr. Leckie. And what's funny is like Luis, our old friend Luis.
Yeah.
Everybody knew him as Mr. Lewis, Mr. Lewis. But after I'd been Mr. Leckie for just a little while, I started thinking, I think I want to go by Mr. Natal.
Yeah.
I was like, you should, dude.
There you go. Yeah.
So anyway, it was a little bit of a little shift that started happening. It's like hey, come on.
You're a trendsetter.
Yeah, I don't think anybody cares about anything we're talking about.
It's okay.
I care.
This is our podcast.
This is our podcast. What are you doing here? What are you doing listening to our podcast?
We're glad you're here.
Wait,
Thank
that
you for
doesn't
joining
make
us.
any sense at all. We wouldn't have to record it or put it on the internet.
We can just talk now.
Oh, for the love. All right, so anyhow, yeah. There's more, and today, like I said, is just a kind of a wash. I got several things done, but it also, today's Michael's birthday, my son's birthday.
Yes.
His official birthday is today.
That's right.
And he had
He
a
is
friend.
how old now?
I don't know if he wants anybody to
Oh
know.
boy, I don't know.
Because I don't tell him how
Older
old I
than he
am.
was last year.
Oh, he's 31.
31.
He just turned 31. But a friend took him to, what's the train that goes through Georgetown? Georgetown Loop.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? So,
Yeah.
So I did that today.
Oh, cool.
That's where he is right now.
That's cool.
So anyhow, but I had to give him a drive because of course there's cars. I didn't take him to
I can see it parked
Georgetown.
right
I just
there.
took him to Castle Rock.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, master cylinder break. Anybody knows anything about a simple fix for that? There isn't one, but okay. So that's how I'm doing. Where are we? That's probably cookie break.
That's cool. Where the cookies at?
That was a long intro. Oh my goodness. But it's been good. Let's talk about where should we start?
We didn't really touch on the garden last time, so
Yeah,
a little
let's
garden
start with
update
the
for
garden.
everybody that is following.
Hey, you know what? Speaking. Okay, you go ahead because I'm going to do one of these picture things.
Oh,
in a second.
So we've been starting to get a fair amount of good produce. Every time we go out there, we're getting some zucchinis, a handful of peppers, some cherry tomatoes, and regular tomatoes are starting to get ripe. The pumpkins are looking great.
The pumpkins, that's a great picture of it. That's what they're looking like right now.
The pumpkin, especially the one, is looking awesome. It's turning orange already.
It looks like a pumpkin.
And there's like 5 other decent sized ones too that are going to keep
I'm really
growing.
surprised it's doing so well.
Yeah.
I mean, I had no doubts in our abilities. I just thought, when you're doing your own garden,
Right, you're not
it's
sure.
probably going to be about like
Yeah, you think you're going to get little like tabletop decorative pumpkins.
It's like-
This thing's a massive.
it's a pumpkin.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's great. We could definitely carve it and hang it up or put up.
I'm gonna drag Leona out there and make her sit with me on Halloween night. She is Sally.
Yes.
From the Peanuts. Anyway, I don't know if you know that story,
Reenact
right?
your favorite Charlie Brown moments. No, so it's doing.
What a fool I was! I had to listen to you.
The carrot patch is looking fantastic.
Yes,
I think we're
it
gonna have a
is.
ton of really good carrots.
I'm
And then
excited about that.
as long as there's enough time, I think we'll have beans too. And green beans at the very end. As long as it doesn't snow too early.
I think you were saying that the lima beans were not.
I saw like one lime bean. So hopefully
They're lazy lima beans.
Yeah.
They're just taking it down.
And a lot of it's the heat. It's hard to like time
Yeah,
out
that's
when
true.
to plant because seeds don't like germinating when it's too cold and seeds don't like germinating when it's too hot. And so in Colorado you have about a 3-week window to like properly do seeds twice a year, and that's
yes.
if you're gonna do them outside. So
And it's been crazy hot
So
this
hot.
summer.
Mhm.
I mean, a little bit more than usual, I think,
yeah.
this year.
And it's not that we've had like a million over 100-degree days. It's just that we've had so many days in the high 90s all in a row, and it's the garden is taking a beating.
Yes.
But given all of that, it's still doing pretty well, I think.
Yeah, all things considered, I think so. Especially with the pumpkins, it needs a lot of water.
Yep.
So
That's going to be the big highlight, though. When we finally do put it all together and have our harvest, we're going to have a big pile of pumpkins next to our carrots and green beans and everything else.
oh, it's gonna be great. And we're gonna what we were talking about doing with that is maybe having that as a night at our house or at your place, maybe,
Mm-hmm.
and put that out on the table. The stuff that that we're not eating. But we want to cook up everything that we haven't given away.
Right.
The rest of it needs to be distributed and put into giveaway packets and things. I'm looking forward to it, man.
Yeah, we got
It's just
that.
such a great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got the garlic, we got we got the peppers, we got all sorts of good stuff. It's gonna be awesome. So yeah, and then that's or plot number 2. Both plots are doing very well.
Both
I would
plots.
say. Yes. Both plots
Yeah,
are
ours is
doing,
looking pretty good.
doing pretty good.
Our back 40,
Yeah.
our tenant.
And it's gonna we hiked back from there. That was
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
that was a couple weeks ago.
Did we talk about that? Was that on the podcast?
Maybe we did.
Or was
Might have
it
been
right
the night
after?
before. Well, it might have been the night before.
That's right.
No, it was because we didn't talk about on the last podcast. I remember now. We didn't talk about the people that showed up.
That's right.
It looked like they were about to do some shopping at the community garden. We don't have to get into
all right,
that.
so context.
That's-
No, context here, right? So we were at the garden on a Sunday night.
Right.
At
Like
this
three
stage,
Sundays ago.
there was you and me. I don't think anybody else was there.
Nope.
At
We're
that
just out
point,
there,
right?
watering and weeding.
And did that little bit on a Sunday night and planned. Oh, Leona was there with us, and then she left.
Oh, she took off. Yep.
Right? Wasn't that the same night?
Yeah, because you and I were gonna walk.
Yes,
Back.
that's right. So we had both had our packs on.
Our hydration vests. Yes.
We looked like like we were on the same team, or we were about to go get something. Anyway, we had our hydration vests on, and so right before we left, this lady and a couple of her, I guess, daughters with her. I don't know. They came in with bags.
Yeah.
And we're just talking, like I don't know, like they were about to start picking everybody's stuff, like they were on a.
Yeah, they told us they were
roadside.
looking for wild spinach, but
Yeah.
they were started to like
It's really
point
over
out
there,
stuff that
maybe.
was actually like in people's plots. We had to tell them, hey, this is private.
Yeah,
Like you
it's like, we can't wait to give it to you
Right,
later.
absolutely.
But at least our plot.
Right.
These people paid
But this
to have
is-
their plot. You don't hear about about garden thieves.
No,
very
you don't.
often.
Well, and what's so funny is they've only ever had a couple issues at that place of people like coming in and taking stuff like that. And
So weird.
I don't know. I don't know if they saw that like the gate was open and they saw
Maybe.
no cars were parked there, and we just kind of surprised them being in there. But
I especially wonder how many times they've done that, and we're like, I thought we had more, whatever.
that was my thinking because they showed up with empty grocery bags. I mean, like they're the ones taking the grapes, Johnny. They are the
ones. The grapes, raspberries.
They're taking the grapes and
I
raspberries.
really haven't been there. All right, we're just having a private conversation.
Yeah, we are. All right. Yes. So,
But the fun thing about that night, aside from that hilarity, was that you and I hiked from the garden to my house, and then you, like a crazy man, ran home
going.
right from there. So it was fun. I loved
Yeah.
that. So that's why we threw out the idea of the walking podcast.
that's right. Yeah. So you may see us in
might
a environment not in here.
Yeah, well, I thought about doing the gazebo outside on the patio, but it was too
So windy.
Yeah,
So windy.
The umbrella thing.
It's
that.
rattling.
We could use. I mean, this the dead cat we put on the mic thing. It's a fuzzy thing goes on the mic. It works really, really well. But I think even it would have been a challenge out there tonight.
Yeah, I would agree. So,
All right, garden talk. That was
garden
good.
talk is done. Update's good. Can't wait to see what happens in September and early October with it. It's gonna be great.
Excited about that. Yeah. All right, so then let's see. Last Sunday we were at the school for the first time.
Just we were.
In months, really.
Yeah,
Our
long
first time
time.
back at
Yeah.
the school, but we were under the tree.
I mean, we hadn't been there since what, like Easter.
Well, no, I think we were back.
Were you there one other time? Before?
Yeah, maybe one other time.
Okay.
But yeah, we did a good stretch of brunches and
Brunches and
hanging out.
breakfast and
And I just intentionally decided on the Sundays, at least right now, that we're not here having that morning gathering, is that we're going to make the brunch a special
right.
thing.
Right. Brunch is on hold. We're not carting it to a park or anything.
Not carting it to the park.
Yeah.
You got the doggone donuts for the bees and for us, and the energy bars, and the there's fruit. I mean, there was stuff there,
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
but it wasn't like
We got some.
candy bacon or something.
No, yeah, that would attract the wasps right there. All that sugar on it.
It attract me, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. But yeah,
Maybe
getting
we should have
set
put
up
that
at
on the sign. Candy bacon, join us tomorrow.
Right, there you go.
Oh well, but anyway, that's where we were at the school.
School 2 weeks ago.
But yesterday, gosh, it seems like a long time ago.
It does.
Yesterday,
Only 36 hours ago. Not even.
here, trick or treaters,
Yes.
come in,
Come in.
trick or treat. What? Cookie break! Woo! Cookies!
All right, what do we got,
All
baby? Can you tell it here? Caramel apple?
Yep.
Oh, caramel apple. Okay.
Caramel apple and pumpkin.
Pumpkin.
That's all right.
Thank you very much.
Good job, right
Appreciate
here.
it.
And they smell
Give me a
fabulous.
Johnny, couple high fives.
Pow! Good job, Harper.
Thank you.
Leon, you want to say hello? No, Leon.
No?
Thank you. You want to say hi? Just lean in. You'll see yourself. You got to see yourself. There you go. There it is. Well, I mean, you see yourself there, but you wave there. It doesn't matter. All right. Thank you.
It's like when you're FaceTiming someone, you're always looking off to the side, but that's because you're staring at them. Not at the picture.
Right. Okay. Well,
All right.
I'll take a napkin as well.
Sorry.
It's all right, unless you plan to make a huge mess tonight.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
All right, pumpkin. I'll
Pumpkin
try
and
the
caramel apple.
Caramel apple. So these are both sort of holiday themed.
Just
Yeah, good move.
perfect. Yeah, they are.
What a nice engineering move. Demonstrating your skills. Practicing. All right. Let's give it a taste. Okay.
Yep, here we go.
But yes, holiday themed.
Crazy to think.
Mm-hmm.
Really good.
It's like apple pie. It's kind of a nice
It's almost more of like a cinnamon cookie than a pumpkin cookie.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Well,
As always.
that.
They did very good. As always. All right, and now,
What?
because it is cookie time,
Cookie
you know what that means.
That mean
It-
Bible trivia.
Bible trivia. some wild effects on it.
Oh, it's already pretty crazy.
It is, yeah. We put on quite the show. Okay, here we go. This is a
so
bit of a...
unprepared that I even forgot about that we even do this.
All right, it's a bit of a Old Testament potpourri, if you will. Can you name 3 of the major judges of Israel from the Old Testament?
3 of the major
three of the judges of Israel from the Old Testament.
Deborah, Ehud. I like that one. Ehud.
Mm-hmm. Good name.
And our old friend Gideon.
There you go.
There's 3.
There it is.
See who else? Othniel.
There you go.
That's all I got for now. I'll still pass.
Guy with the long hair. Strong dude.
Oh, Samson, yeah.
There's another one. Yep. Yeah. But yes, all those correct. Why was Daniel thrown into the lion's den?
Lions were hungry. Because he continued to pray to God and not to the king. And the dudes who didn't like him, the wise dudes, wise guys, if you will, kind of conspired to make that happen. And interestingly, it's very interesting that the king, Darius, well, we said Darius, but I think it's Darius. Where do you put the accent? So much. He was troubled. I think he realized, in fact, he did realize that he had been kind of bamboozled a little bit. Right. His own pride had kind of puffed him up into, and didn't think, oh wait, that's going to hurt my friend Daniel.
Right. And then he couldn't take it back.
And then he couldn't take it back, although after God displayed his grand power, he did kind of take it back. And he threw them in, right?
Well, that was my next question. Yeah. What happened to those that plotted against Daniel?
I'll teach you.
They and their children and their family and their wives.
That's pretty horrible.
Well,
now,
I think what's horrible is the final description in the end of that verse as well. Because it's not just that they were thrown in, but it's how quickly they were consumed. Or crushed, I guess, is really...
Maybe that's a merciful thing.
Maybe.
You know?
Yeah.
Now, again, just for clarity here, God didn't tell the king to do that. Right? I like it when Nebuchadnezzar.
Right. That was not a
that was not a command from God. That was something the king did. He was not a. Anyway, and I think like Nebuchadnezzar, it's like once they had a turnaround, it was like overboard the other way. If anybody even says anything bad about God, we will hang them up by their thumbs and kill them.
No, you're missing it. You're missing it. Yeah, let's reel that back in just a little. And then, the little bonus one. Nineveh was the capital city of what ancient empire?
Assyria.
Very good. Yeah.
I would have been embarrassed if I didn't know that one. Since we're doing Jonah, right?
Since we were in Jonah, yeah, I figured that was an appropriate bonus. There it is.
Yay!
Got 'em all.
And okay on that one.
You did. Yeah. Good.
Couldn't I always throw one back at you?
If you could, if you wanted to.
I had thought about this. 0. How'd you do at home? Drop in the comments below.
Keeping score at home, week by week.
And we will send you the actual plate that the cookies were on.
We're auctioning it off.
All right, let's see here. Old Testament or New Testament?
New. Let's go New Testament.
New Testament, okay. Who was... Oh, okay. How about an easy one? It looks like a harder one.
Sure. I don't know what you got. I don't know what you got queued up right now. There's no reference point.
Oh my gosh! I'm shouting out Ehud. Okay. Well, I was gonna say, Jesus performed a miracle that involved fish and bread. This is one of the trivia things that.
Yeah.
The first time, what was the crowd general size, and then the second time, what was the crowd size?
Well, it's 4,000 and 5,000. Which one was first?
Don't worry about that too much.
4,000 was first.
No.
No.
That really wasn't the question I was kind of shooting for. Was not the order. I was really going for. Do you remember the number of crowd size?
The number of crowd size.
I mean, like the feeding of the how many?
Feeding of the 4,000. No.
The
5,000?
first one was 5,000.
Okay, 5,000. And the second one was how big? 4. Okay.
Yes. A lot of people don't even know that ever happened.
The second one?
Yeah.
Right. Well, because it's not. Yeah, the first one's the one that people remember.
I'm always surprised, especially somebody who's been in church for a long time in their life, and they know what the feeding of the 5,000, but they don't know what the feeding of the 4,000. And it's actually very funny when there's got to be some time in between those two, because the disciples, they're still not making the connection later.
Right, because
Jesus literally has to say, don't you remember the feeding of 5,000? And then again later the 4.
Right.
Okay. Hey, good job on that, though.
Hey,
I mean, you knew the gist of the question. Which one came first, though? It was the 5,000.
Okay.
I believe. If you think it was wrong. Okay. This is getting weird. All right, so let's see. What else can
we were talking about yesterday, because we didn't really get into yesterday too much. So we were at Sunrise Park near Sunrise Elementary.
Yeah.
So we're out in the community. New park place we've never been before.
Once again, you and I met up there on Saturday. You brought the signs. I did another hike.
Yeah.
I hiked there and then hiked back. Uphill all the way. I mean, it's like 95%.
Right.
It's like I kept going. Every time I would turn,
it's more.
It's like it's just continuing to go. It was fun. Mm-hmm. There were actually a couple of surprisingly steep places on the trail that went behind the neighborhoods and stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, I put up the signs. And then Sunrise Park
worked out really well. I think we had a good spot.
Yeah.
There's some nice trees right there by the front.
It's so nice.
A lot of people walking by. Waved to a lot of people. Had a friend come over and met a guy, Mel.
Yeah, Mel.
So he joined us.
He might watch. I don't know.
If you're watching,
if you're all right.
Hey, Mel.
Hey, Mel.
So he hung out and chatted with both of us for a few minutes before the message, and then talked to us for a little while afterwards. So
yeah, and this is where I get to say, what a great job you did. You did a great job on the whole thing. Because on Saturday, just putting the signs out, that's a big deal. It's a big deal. I appreciate that so much. Mm-hmm. And then on Sunday morning, we were running a little behind, and I was so annoyed by the fact that we were running behind, because there's literally never a reason we should be running behind. But tripped in the garage. Just stupid things were happening. I was getting more and more annoyed. But anyhow, we talked about that yesterday, didn't we? At the garden.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Had to apologize to my wife for being. I was over the top. I was over the top. So, she's watching this right now. I know, and I love you. So there you go. But you had it all ready to go. We were out there Saturday. We kind of plotted out where everything basically went. So it was great that when we got there, I mean, the canopy was up. I mean, you just did a fine job. And then when a random person strolls up, starts asking questions, they thought you were one of the pastors.
Yeah.
That young fella must be one of the
Maybe. I maybe just he was probably watching through his window. I just had to be the first one.
You're the first one there, set everything up.
That's got to be him.
That's him.
Made a beeline for me.
Asking questions, but you held your own very well there. And again, you can always. I was just kind of watching, and just kind of seeing. At any point, you could have said, "Hey, Johnny, come on over."
Right.
I know you were giving me space too, because we were having some issues with our connection thing.
Well, I didn't
trust
want to,
me, my radar was. I'm ready to talk.
Yeah, I knew.
And I want you to have to carry the weight of all that. So, especially if somebody's asking questions. What kind of church are you? Where are you from? What are you?
Yeah, coming up with his. It's not to disparage anyone, but comes up smoking a cigarette, wearing a leather jacket. His hair's a little unkempt.
Yes.
It was. You aren't sure what you're going to encounter with that kind of interaction at first, but yeah, he started asking just sort of core beliefs and ideas, and mentioned he grew up going to a couple different types of churches. We found out, but so it ended up being a very good conversation. I'm glad he came back over for the message and hung out, and he was
he was a sharp guy, very educated dude, and it's funny that description of him coming up, because it's just a reminder that everybody's welcome.
Of course, absolutely,
and we don't know who or what, where anybody's coming from or whatever. He had just strolled across the road from his beautiful house.
Right. He just walked out his back door
in slippers or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was really, really nice, because one of the first things he said to me when I got over there and started talking, he was opening up his, hey, if you guys need to use the bathroom.
Right. Yeah, he was being very generous.
And I was thinking, this is interesting, but he didn't realize that they had installed a bathroom around
just down the way.
Yeah. It hadn't always been there. So apparently that's a recent thing in the past few years. Can't see it from his house. So.
Right. Yeah, it was very nice.
But it was fun. That was fun interaction. It was so good just being out in the community again. Mm-hmm. And I really felt like we were in our, kind of back to our gritty roots, just kind of getting out there and
absolutely
seeing what happens and see what conversations come out of that. And I was going to say the video, we had to buy some things too to make that happen too.
That's right.
The one thing that we didn't have ironed out as much as I had wanted to have ironed out is our internet connection.
Yeah.
So we had some challenges making that happen. I forgot, in all the parks in Aurora, you go out there on one day and you have this Wi-Fi, this hotspot, whatever. You go out there on another day and 5 of them are no longer there.
Right.
I'm talking to you, Xfinity. Anyhow, because we were just going to log in with one of our accounts,
mm-hmm.
At the Xfinity hotspot, but it was nowhere to be found. And then the one that we did find was open, but it wouldn't connect.
Yeah.
So we just created a hotspot using a phone. But the only problem with that is it is a little choppy, sketchy.
Right, because it's going, the phone is broadcasting a signal to our stuff, but then that's going through the phone and then going to the service network, and then, so it becomes a bit of an issue. There's definitely better ways around that.
We're going to, I've looked at a couple of different things, just a dedicated Wi-Fi hotspot that we can pay for. That's one way.
Yep.
There's also Xfinity itself here. You can pay for their whatever point, I don't know what it's called, something point.
Have you looked into Starlink?
No,
The satellite internet. So we had it at my old job.
Yeah.
Its latency is really actually quite good because it's low Earth orbit, so it's not like way out there, so it doesn't take a long time for the signal to get around.
Yeah.
So latency is pretty good, and they have different options and packages that you can buy for like RVs and campers and different mobile vehicles. So something like, and I don't know what that costs a month, but
I was gonna say
something like that. If we're doing it frequently enough, we go literally set up our own internet.
That's the thing.
Right.
I mean, how often? Like right now, we're heading into fall.
Right.
We know we're yammering about the heat, but we also know it's gonna get cool.
We already have cool mornings.
Thankfully, I mean, yay, I'm for it. But how many more times realistically in the fall are we going to need that?
Right.
Who knows?
2 or 3, maybe.
Yeah, maybe 3.
But like 3 is like probably the max, though.
Yeah, but we can go ahead and plan ahead too. So I'm looking for just a simple solution, but a good, strong one, so it's never a thing.
Right.
The thing that did work great was our new
power bank.
Yeah, power bank. That worked fantastic.
That's awesome.
And I forgot even what it's called. Easy.
Did have a good amount of battery life left when we were done.
Yeah, I should have brought it in here because it's pretty cool. Pause. No. But it was great, brand new, worked for everything that we needed it to work for. So that was good.
Good.
But also about video, the stream, even though it was choppy, it still got it working. Mm-hmm. Kyle did a great job pulling that together, and also Michael jumping in with he provided
with
the hotspot.
Yeah.
But so got that going. I think we only kind of dropped a couple of times, but it was just like for a few seconds. Mm-hmm. And then, but the way it was framed and everything, it just looks so nice because we're right by that tree, and I think it really conveyed where we were.
Yeah, you definitely tell around the park
walking by, And I like that we're singing songs. But speaking of our first songs, and you can hear this on the recording, that we start playing, Your love, oh Lord, and you hear the birds start going.
Yeah.
It's like they all kind of, it's like Bambi or some Disney movie. The birds all kind of flutter towards us and then start singing.
You hear a harp playing in the background.
But it was great. I really enjoyed being out there once we got there. I mean, after the nonsense of my morning, before that, I enjoyed being there. I was a little off my game. Oh, and also, I hit a couple, I know you had to notice this. First song, I hit a couple of course. And it's because I did misjudge that hill.
Right, so you're like,
I'm literally,
over.
Everything was, it's like, was playing on an incline.
Right.
So my hands weren't where they normally would be.
Right. It's amazing how that little position can throw off so much.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I kind of corrected it as we kept going. And my voice, as we started the message yesterday, was frightening. I've never heard it go that badly. Now I knew something was happening because on Friday I kind of lost my voice, not from yelling or anything like that, but just because I knew there was something in the air, and I deal with those allergies sometimes. I haven't taken any allergy medicine in a long time, but I did Saturday night just to make sure, because I couldn't even sing on Saturday.
Oh, really?
I was practicing, I was
no. Yeah.
But Sunday morning, when I got ready to speak, those first few words, I was like, hey, stay with me. I'm only 15. My voice is changing.
You made it through.
Oh my gosh. But anyway.
That's good.
Well,
So, speaking of the message, though, too, was there, we're still in Jonah.
Yeah, we're still in Jonah.
We're still over at, in chapter 3.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Nope, finished it up. Yeah.
But we wrapped it up yesterday. Yeah, I wrapped up chapter 3. That
Right.
is. So, you're welcome for that. Because, we did like 3 verses the week before. Kind of chopped our way through chapter 1 and chapter 2. Chapter 4 is going to go by pretty quickly. I think you're only about 2 messages. 2.5, because I do want to talk more about the sign of Jonah idea.
Yeah.
I'm not sure it's a whole message. I think it's just part of the last message. So, but anyway, yeah, that's been fun. It's been fun to go through Jonah.
I like it. It's because you get something new, even though it's probably one of the better known stories for sure. One of the better known biblical stories. Every time we go through it, or I go through it on my own, it always picks up something new. That's I mean, biblically, of course you do, right? Like even anytime you read anything again, you go, "Oh, I didn't."
Like we said last time, right? It's all good.
Yeah, it's
every bit of it's going to be great.
It's fun. It's funny, Colette leaning over, but we were talking.
Yeah.
About the 3 days and 3 nights. You really think that happened?
Yes,
we'll talk about it later. Yes, I do think that. Yes.
That's so great. It was great that she was there.
I was very excited that she joined us too, for sure.
And asking those kinds of questions too. I love it. But that reminds me. Did you asked me a question about right before while we were setting up, you threw a question.
Oh yeah, Luke chapter 5.
And no, I have not looked at that anymore. And I did the worst kind of answer of all time. Hey, I preached a whole message on that. Go back and listen to it.
I get it. I totally understand. And really, what's funny is that it was Kyle chiming in too that kind of helped it click. Because it's that last line saying no, they'll basically say no, that the old is better. Because referring to the wineskins, because he's talking about the parable of the new and old garments and the new and old wineskins. And the person
sounds contradictory at the end.
Right, and it was that last line that's getting me, because Jesus says, the person will say no, essentially the old is better. But what you don't get in the direct text, and you have to obviously study this, and that's why you study what you read, you don't just read, is because he is saying that not in a sarcastic way, but he's saying that as someone who is a curmudgeon, basically someone who's so stuck in their ways.
Yeah, and just for clarity, we're talking about Jesus saying no one puts new wine in old wineskins,
right.
And what's the other?
They will not tear a new garment. Yeah, they won't take a new garment to patch an old garment.
Yes, or the other way around. But either one.
Yeah, they don't take a new to patch the old, because then it won't patch.
Yes, that's right.
But yeah, but he's saying in that last no, the person will say no, the old is better. When he says that, that person is incorrect. Saying no,
Yes.
the old is better,
Exactly.
and that's what was throwing me.
Yep.
Because I'm going, why is Jesus saying?
Well,
And it makes
be
it's
better.
like this.
I thought you were saying it wasn't better.
And it was funny that
It's such a great
that
question.
Kyle chimed in. I'm glad he did because he goes, no, they're stuck in their ways. I'm like, oh, okay. That kind of helped it like click for me a little better.
Kyle's a funny dude, man. He
I'm glad
doesn't-
you joined in.
He doesn't talk, you know, like, he's not like a boisterous dude, but if you ever just sit and listen to Kyle sometimes, he'll just make a statement and kind of chuckle to himself kind of thing. He knows a lot of this stuff, but he's not loud about it. But yeah, that cracked me up too, that he chimed in there.
I was very glad he did. Yeah, but I have not gone back to watch the message on Mark, so I'll still have to
Well, I'm
do
only
that.
teasing anyway. You do not have to do that.
I know, I know. But yeah, you gave me the pastoral Google it essentially.
Yeah. Well, I was like, again, and I apologize even now, because again, I still had the residue of
I know.
of my annoyance of the morning.
I did ask you. I was like, Johnny, are you ready for a biblical question? Or
Well, I could have just said, no, save it.
no, sit down, Jake.
I'll teach when I'm ready. That's hilarious, man. Oh, no. I love it. I absolutely love it when you ask those kind of questions. At any time. Truly. Like even us doing the Bible trivia, it helps keep me sharp and remind me of certain things. And if I don't know, it's a great time to say, hey, that's a great question. Let's check. Let's look at that.
Let's look into it.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that before. Let's try that. And too many people, I think, get kind of stuck. You know, they I don't know enough about the Bible.
Right.
Well, that's okay. I mean,
No one's gonna-
ultimately okay.
No one's
I mean,
expecting you to memorize a 1,000-page or 1,500-page document.
Yeah, yeah.
It's good to have knowledge of very important verses, but as you study it and stay in it more will just find its way into your heart. That's where it's going to be. So
Main thing is start reading it.
Right, yeah.
I used to say in the early days of Compass Church, we had a variety of people who were fairly new to church, and then a few who've been around for a while. And I would say we would start talking about reading the Bible and making sure it's a regular part of your life, and that God would rather you obey one verse than to read a whole book and not even remember anything.
Right.
So I would say, so that's a challenge. I throw a challenge every day this week, 5 minutes, whatever, get in the Bible. And I always knew when people weren't doing that. And the way I always know that people aren't reading the Bible is they have zero questions.
Right.
And you can't read the Bible without at least having, if not a question, an insight or something that was like, this was really interesting. Hey, Tom, what do you think about? I've never seen that before. That kind of thing. But they have nothing. And I think, oh man, I gotta pray for our people. They're not reading the Bible. How can I get them into the Bible?
Right.
Oh my gosh. But anyway, that's funny. That's a memory I hadn't thought about in a while. Okay, well, we've been yakking for a while here now.
Yeah.
But to wrap up on Sunday, I thought that it was just great to be there. But probably, and I was hinting to you that that's probably what we're going to do. We're going to go back there. We can't do it too many more times because of the weather, but
Right.
I think we can a couple of times in September. And just have a kind of a recognizable presence. It may become our Compass Next second location eventually at that school, perhaps, or not at all.
Right.
Who knows? But it was good that there were a lot of people, and that was the other thing. And you can see this if you watch Sunday's service on Facebook, or you can go to compassdenver.com and click on Watch, and they're there for about a month on Facebook Live. Because you just click on the picture, it takes you straight to the video. Even if you don't have a Facebook account, you can still watch it. But it's interesting to just watch through the songs, even when I'm speaking, because of the way the camera angle was. And I'm glad we made that slight adjustment right there at the beginning. But you can still see people. You see tons of people just walking by, cars going by. There was a lot more traffic more than I really expected. No, I mean, foot traffic, people walking dogs,
Yeah.
all that stuff. Far more than we ever see at Arkansas.
A ton of people
on
saw our
Sunday morning.
signs. Yeah.
And they did on Saturday too. So I don't know. At least more people know at least that we exist, and that's a very important thing.
It's encouraging for
It's
sure.
a good start. So
Yeah,
anyway, it doesn't mean like we're moving. We're not like moving from our ministry area, which still I think God is really kind of firmly for now anchored us at Arkansas Elementary School just through the relationships and the ministry opportunities and all that. But to connect, Aurora is a big place, right? And just a little. It's not even that far away, but there are people over there who are never over here. They don't shop here. They don't go nothing. They have no reason to drive over here, but they're just right there.
Yeah.
Now, eventually, I think we'll have a much wider recognition of who we are. But for now, I think it's just important we gotta.
Yeah, we're back in the community. We're doing what we've been doing.
And it's fun anyway. I mean, it's so much more fun. That's so much more fun to sit up there than it is to like. And again, I have great friends out there. They probably think that I've lost my mind, but they're setting up every week for a full band, lights, chairs, kids areas, signs everywhere, blacking out with curtains or whatever, almost everything. And we're going to be doing some of that, eventually too. But I'm so glad we're not doing that. Right? I mean, we want to keep upping the quality of everything, but we've got the stuff. But it was nice to do, simple, clear. The only thing that might have made it better would have been Tracy on the cajon.
Yeah, would have been
right.
Would have been great.
Well, all right. Well, what else? Oh, hello. This Friday.
Yeah, this Friday.
Movie night.
We should have announced this way earlier.
I don't know what I'm talking
If you're
about.
still watching us, please join us this Friday, August 22nd at Arkansas Elementary. We're going to be watching The Emperor's New Groove.
Yep.
Right around sundown, about 8:15 or so is when we'll start. Popcorn, glow bracelets, water bottles, the whole shebang, bring blankets and chairs, and we'll have a great time. So, there we go.
Dude, I'm going to make you my minister of announcements. Just every Sunday. All right, before we go, Jake's got a few announcements.
I'll just hop up.
You just get up and just do that. Boom, just like that.
Like a church business meeting.
I love it. No, none of that.
Everything.
No, none of that. That's a totally different thing. No. Just the announcements.
Only.
Things got dark all of a sudden.
Okay. Flashbacks. You just go running out of the room. No.
All in favor? Say aye.
But appear the eyes have it.
Your eyes have it. For your eyes only. Oh, yes. Okay. And all those opposed, like sign. Go for the low. Little Robert's Rules of Order. Wow, that is bringing back some flashbacks. Okay. So why don't we wrap this up in a very positive way? Although we just mentioned this great outreach this Friday.
This Friday, yes.
Did that very, very well. And then we're having church at Arkansas 2 days later.
Sunday.
Under the tree. It's going to be great. Well, why don't we wrap this up with John 3:16?
That's right.
You want to take it or you want me to take it? You take it. You want me to take it? How's it go? So John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. There's some encouragement for you.
Amen.
Today.
There it is.
All right, man. Well, is there anything else we need to hit before we get out of here?
I don't think so. No.
All right. Well, we really appreciate you guys hanging out with us tonight. A little bit loopy, but we're glad you're here. We also love it when you say things in the comments below that are nice.
Very nice.
Or whatever. You can comment. We love to hear from you if you have fun hanging out with us on these podcasts. But you know what? We meet somewhere in the world every single week. And you can discover where we are by going to Facebook at Compass Church Colorado. And you can join us online that way. But we'd also love to have you as our guest in person. And you can discover more about that by going to compassdenver.com and click on This Week at Compass. All right. That's all we got. Final words, Jake.
This has been great because he is great.
Grace to you and peace. That is all we have for tonight, and we are out.
Bye-bye.
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 Cha-ching.